Hey guys, Randall here. So I realized that it's been a while since I updated my CD collection on this channel. The last CD collection video I did was 2 years ago. Besides that, the only sort of CD collection update I did was also about a year or so ago, and I only showed off like 2 or 3 CDs on that one. So since then, I picked up about 16 CDs or so, which I know isn't a lot, but I'm not a big collector of physical albums. I subscribe to Spotify and stuff like that. So I usually don't buy albums unless I really love it and I feel obligated to go out and buy it and have it in the collection. So anyways, I'm just going to show you guys my new pickups, what I've gotten over the past 2 years. I'm not going to talk a whole lot about them, just going to show you them so you guys can know what I got. This is going to go in alphabetical order according to artist name. First up, Chevelle, what's this? The North Corridor. Forgot what this album was called for a sec. Next, Demon Hunter, The World's a Thorn. I've had this one for a really long time, but since the last video, I have gotten all of the Demon Hunter studio albums. In that last CD collection video that I had, I only had about half their discography on physical, but since then, I did a shopping spree and got all of them. So anyways, yeah, this is The World's a Thorn, and I finally got it. In physical, that is. Then we got Demon Hunter, A Summer of Darkness. So yeah, another one I picked up recently. And last but not least, the Demon Hunter debut. I bought this off Amazon, and for some reason, there's discoloration right there on the lyrics booklet. So I don't know what happened to that, but I didn't want to go through the process of returning it and getting another one. So I just stuck with it. Next up is it was a CD that I bought on vacation at one of the last FYEs I've ever been to. FYEs are shutting down really fast. Not that I don't understand, because their stuff is really pricey. Anyways, Depeche Mode, Delta Machine. Yeah, it's not exactly a metal album. I do like some pop, but this is more dark, moody pop. And it's really electronic too, and I think that's the main pull for me, because I like synths, I like sort of 80s style electronic and really dark, moody electronic, and Depeche Mode is all about that. So I do really like their music, and I decided to pick this album up at FYE when I was over there. Next is the Devil Wears Prada Space EP. Pretty good EP. I don't listen to it a whole lot anymore, but yeah. Also, Transit Blues, their newest one. I figured I'll go ahead and mention that. I think I've listened to the whole thing. I didn't love it, but it was all right. It was a pretty decent album. It pales in comparison to some of the other albums that have been coming out this month and last month, like Insomnia and Winter's Gate and Meshuggah's latest. But it was a pretty decent album for what it was. Next up is The Devil Wears Prada with Roots Above and Branches Below. I've actually had this CD for a long time, but I picked it up, the physical CD. I picked up the physical CD. I just was wandering around in Goodwill, and I saw it for like $2. So I figured, yeah, why not? It's only $2, and I'll get to have the physical CD in my collection. And then we got Disturbed, Indestructible. Yeah, this is the only Disturbed album that I own. Might be the only one that I ever own. I just decided to buy this on a whim just to have it. Probably my favorite Disturbed album. Next up we have Insomnium, Winter's Gate. I haven't reviewed this yet. I plan on reviewing it, but this is just a masterpiece, melodic death metal album. I definitely recommend it, even if you're not into the genre in particular, because like I said, it's just a masterpiece. It's one 40-minute long song, and it's based on this short story about Vikings going to this island to find treasure and stuff, and it's really great. So definitely check it out. Next, we got Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast. Classic album right here. A lot of people in their lists have this listed as like the best Iron Maiden album, and while I will agree that it's probably the most important Iron Maiden album, personally I wouldn't place it as their best. Their best would be the next album that I have, Power Slave. Yeah, this is definitely my favorite Iron Maiden album by far, and what I would consider their best. So yeah, freaking love this album. I also really like how these Iron Maiden Remastered editions come with a slipcover. It just makes the CD look more fancy, and plus, considering that it comes in, just your standard jewel case, makes the jewel case look better, cleaner. I prefer digipacks anyway, so it gives off a more digipack type vibe. It makes me wish that every album came with a slipcover. I really like slipcovers. Next we got Killswitch Engage's newest album, Incarnate. It was a pretty good album. I don't think it was as good as their last album, Disarm the Descent. It got older quicker. It wasn't as full of energy or snappy as their last album, but it was pretty good. I still listen to it every now and then. Next we got Meshuggah, The Violent Sleep of Reason. So yeah, and it's still got the plastic on it. I've taken it off, but I kept the plastic intact so I could put it back on there. I don't know, sometimes I just do that with albums. I also did that with my As I Lay Dying Awakened album, which was actually a pretty good choice because that ended up being their last album they ever released before Tim went to prison. So yeah, and I just decided to do it with this one as well. Next, we got Soilwork, The Ride Majestic. Really great album. Then we got Soilwork, Stabbing the Drama, and again, another really good album. And the last one we got here is Solution 45's debut album. What's this called? For Aeons Past. Yes, that's right. Really great band. A death metal, a melodic death metal supergroup actually. And this is a really good album. They also have a sophomore double album. Both parts of it are already out, and that one's good as well. Though I haven't listened to part 2 in its entirety yet. But the first part was really good. And that's all the CDs that I've collected over the past 2 years that I haven't been updating you guys about. I just thought I would do a little video about those. The rest of this shelf is just movies. I'm really big on collecting movies. I love movies. So that's what I collect, and I find it more important and more satisfying than collecting CDs. You can think of that what you will. Yeah, that's what all this is. It's movies and figures. So anyways, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.